Aries, it's Diane with Divine Ascension Tarot and Coaching, and I'm bringing you your September general reading for 2017. In this spread, this position is present. This position is, and we have the Ace of Swords there. This position is your desires, and we have the Magician. In this position, it's what's helpful, and that is the Six of Swords. The challenging position is the Two of Pentacles. Your outcome position is the Hanged Man. And I've added two positions. This one here is advice from Spirit, and this one is the outcome if you follow the advice from Spirit. Now, two cards threw themselves at me when I was shuffling the cards, so that's what's there. Bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Tower. Okay, so before I start, I wanted to thank you for being here, viewing the video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I wanted to remind you that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, please check your moon and rising signs, as some months those will resonate more for people than their sun sign will. If you don't know what your rising and moon sign are, there will be a link in the bottom description box below that gives you the link to a website where you can go and find out what your moon and rising signs are free of charge. It's a great website. You can get all kinds of information in there if you like, if you're interested. So don't forget, you can look in the description box and get that. Also, if you want a private reading with me, you can find out how to do that in the description box. So let's get going. First off, your first position here, your present, is the Ace of Swords. Now, the first thing I noticed about your layout here, your cards in your spread, is that you have 3 swords cards. You also have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. Major arcana cards are things that you can't change. You have no control over. It is the universe steering you in a direction to take you where you need to be. And the other 3 cards are free will for you in this reading, and we'll find out what these ones are as we get to them. Swords are all about truth, cutting through the BS to get to the truth. The Ace of Swords also is, to me, is about triumph, being successful. If you've had difficulties or you've been struggling, you're now in a position of realizing the success of overcoming those difficulties. And you had to work damn hard to do so. It wasn't easy, but it, and that makes it even more well-deserved than if you didn't have to work hard. It takes a lot of strength and inner power to overcome a lot of things in our lives. And the Ace of Swords is a card that says that that's what you've had to do. You've had to use a lot of strength. You've had to be fearless in moving forward and getting to where it is you wanted to be at. But you are in a position right now where you're there. You're where you wanted to be. Now the next position, this one here, is your desires. And that is the Magician, Major Arcana card. So the universe is telling you that whatever it is that you're after, whatever it is you're going for, the goal that you're heading towards, you have what it takes. It shows everything in here. It shows the cups, the swords, the pentacles, the wands. You have it all. You have the ability. And that's obvious in this card here, but even just reiterating, you want to have what it takes to make it. The universe is saying you have it. You don't need to worry, you definitely have it. Now in the helpful position, we have the Six of Swords. As you can see in the picture, the guy on the boat has 6 swords in front of him. He's heading for his future. He's leaving very turbulent waters behind him, and he's heading for very smooth, calm, easygoing waters. Now that's you. That's where you're headed. It would be helpful for you to be headed in that direction, but that is the direction you're headed in. All these turbulent waters, that's what you were fighting back here. That's what got you to this position. You fought those, and it took you to a position of success. And that's what this is saying here. And that is what's helpful to you. That's what's helping you move forward. In your position of challenging or challenges, you have the Two of Pentacles. Now, twos tend to represent balance. But the Two of Pentacles is you putting in the effort to have that balance, to find the balance, to keep more than one thing going at a time, whether it be, things at home and things at work, or just trying to juggle your finances. It could even represent having 2 people in your life, 2 lovers in your life, or 2 people that you're interested in. Maybe you're seeing one of them and the other one is the one that you actually want. That is your challenge, trying to find the balance in the situation that you're in. I want to go back to the Tower card. If you look at the Tower card, if you look at the picture, you'll notice that he's in very turbulent waters. And he seems to be ready for battle. But if you look past the Tower, you'll see what you saw in the Six of Swords. You'll see the calm waters. So you have been battling to get to where you want to be. And that is the overall energy. However, in the present, you have battled it and you have succeeded. So very possibly you have another battle coming your way. A lot of people fear the Tower card because of what it represents. It always represents something that comes crashing down around you, something that's coming to an end, something that you didn't foresee, something that you maybe didn't want to come to an end. However, it is a major arcana card. It does mean that you're being guided, you're being steered. It's not about, at this point in time, what you want. It's about a direction you need to be headed in. And the universe is going to push you in the direction you need to go in. So just go. Don't fight it. The more you fight those situations, the longer it takes to get to the other side of it, to get to the calm side, and the more pain there's more pain inflicted if you fight it. So try to just let it flow the way it needs to flow. Now, in your outcome position, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man goes hand in hand with the Tower card because the Hanged Man represents major change and transformation again, which is what the Tower card represents. So it is going to be beneficial to you, though. It is going to allow you to grow. It is going to cause growth for you. Soulful growth, spiritual growth. It's nothing to fear. The Hanged Man card is nothing to fear. It's allowing you the new opportunities that await you. So, like I said, you've got some great things coming your way, obviously, because you're headed for something very, very beautiful, very pleasing, as opposed to where you've been. You fought this battle. You may have another one to fight. You do have it in you. You're worried you don't. But the universe, God, spirit, however you look at it, they want you to know you do have the strength. You are capable of getting through this. And once you get through it, there will be such beauty. Everything you've ever wanted in life has always been on the other side of fear. You know that. So move towards the fear, move through the fear to what's waiting for you on the other side. Now, the advice from Spirit is the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords can represent laws, justice, court battles, rules, independence. Very strong. This woman is a very strong woman. She plays fair, but she's mastered the ability to put her emotions aside. She concentrates on the logic and the fact in the situation. And so Spirit's advice would be for you to do the same thing. Set your emotions aside and deal with this situation with fact and logic. And if you're able to do so, the outcome will be the Hermit. And the Ten of Swords. So although these cards don't look good, and for the most part, when they show up in a reading, it tends to mean the Ten of Swords can mean being stabbed in the back, not being treated fairly, having a feeling of loss. But what you need to understand with the Ten of Swords is that it is a 10, and it's an ending. So you're done with this. Following this, being logical and looking at the facts and trying to keep your emotions out of the situation will bring you to an end. An ending of not being treated fairly. Things, disappointment, things that didn't happen the way you thought they would. Someone stabbing you in the back. Jesus, this, what you've been through with this card is sheer hell. One way or another, whatever your situation is, those of you that this reading resonates with, you've been through hell and you've come back from it. And it's over. If you keep your emotions out of it. Stay calm, cool, collected. Try to not look at things from an emotional level. Try to look at things from a factual and logical level, and you'll get out of it. You will come out of it, and you will head for the beautiful things. You will be headed in the right direction. Now the Hermit card is a 9. So again, you're going from 9 to 10. So you are working through to the ending of this situation. The Hermit card is all about going within. Going with your intuition, your instincts, your gut, letting those guide you. And if you come from a place of fact and logic, this will be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier. You know what to do. Your higher self knows what to do, knows how to get you out of this situation. And that's inevitable. Stick to the facts, stick to the logic. You know, I want to show you the card on the bottom of this deck. It's justice. Justice is yours. You will have the justice. You will have that outcome that you're looking for. The card under justice is the Star card. Both being major arcana cards. If you allow yourself to be guided, if you go with your intuition, which, you know, intuition is nothing more than spirit, your guides, the universe, God, however you want to look at it. Your intuition is nothing more than your higher self or your spirit guides giving you messages to help steer you in the direction you need to go in. Look at the major arcana cards you have here. You have the Justice card. You have the Star card. That's 2. You have the Tower card. You have the Magician. That's 4. You have the Hangman, which is 5. Hermit is 6. And, well, that's not 1. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards. You are definitely being steered and guided. Listen to what's being told. Follow the facts, the logic. Listen to your intuition. Listen to the messages that are being brought to you. And you will get out of this situation fairly unscathed. You may have a couple of scratches, a couple of bruises, but you will get through it, and you will get through it very well. You will be successful. You will have new beginnings. You're coming out of this with all the swords that you've got here. You've got 5 sword cards here. This tells me, and you know, look at the big sword that this guy's holding in the Justice card. This is all about intellect. Swords are about intellect. So you have no cups here. This is why Spirit is telling you, leave the emotions out of it. Go with intellect. Go inside. Go with your intuition. You are going to be changing. You're transforming. That's what this card says. You're going through a transformation, and the transformation is the way of thinking. The old way of doing things, the old way of thinking about doing things, and your old way of thinking, period. It's all changing. You're transforming. You're going to be coming around to a new phase in your life. So Aries, I hope this helped. I hope it resonated with you. And again, if it didn't, please go find your sun, or I'm sorry, your moon and your rising sign, and have a look at those. And if they're not up yet, I am still doing readings. I apologize for this one being late. I've been extremely busy this month, but they are coming up within the next day or so. So please check back for those if they're not up already. And until next time.